Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SoFlo Soccer channel. My name is Matt, and today, Inter Miami versus San Jose preview. That's going to be tomorrow. This is going to be our second consecutive game away from home. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. Besides the game, we're going to talk about some Inter Miami news, something that's been happening, around the internet. We'll kind of talk a little bit more about what happened last time against Minnesota, and talk about some of the topics that's happened since then. And honestly, we're probably just gonna do a little bit more ranting about this club and Mascherano and kind of the state that they're in. We won't do too much kind of complaining though, because I feel like we did a lot of that in the post game reaction against Minnesota. But I do think that there are going to be some things that we still need to be that still need to be discussed. So we're gonna touch on that. But welcome in everybody. Welcome back. If you are not new, um, the first thing that I do want to get into before we kind of, like I said, we're gonna start with news before we get into the game itself. Let's start with just this news that came out. I think it was like 2 days ago or yesterday. This news about Benjamin Cremaschi being linked to Juve. I don't know if anybody saw this on Twitter yesterday, but it says Benjamin Cremaschi is emerging as one of Juventus's targets. The Inter Miami midfielder has been a constant player under Javier Mascherano. They've been following him for several months, supposedly. This summer could be the key moment. Now, there is no way that he's linked to fucking Juve. Like, there's just zero shot that he's linked to Juve. And I mean that with all the respect in the world, right? And I mean that with all the respect in the world for this kid, right? For Benja. I think he's a great player. I think he has a lot of potential, but there is no way that he's gonna be moved to Juve this summer. If he does, props to him, and best of luck to him. But I feel like with how the team is currently in form right now, there is just zero shot that anybody gets a move this summer. With the only person that I see getting a move this summer to a team in Europe would be Yannick Bright, and maybe Noah Allen, maybe. But like, honestly, it would be Yannick Bright. But I don't know if you guys think this is true or not. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, to be honest, because it is just a rumor. But I mean, Miami King sings no way for Bentley. He's not good. I will be at the game, very excited. Awesome. That's actually really, really cool, Nolan. Let us know if you're here for the post game reaction. Let us know how it is. It's supposed to be completely sold out, so I'm really glad that you're able to go. Possibility Baltasar, we're gonna get to that in a second. One good thing. Okay, we're not gonna talk about. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So I don't know how true this is. Was posted by Jose Armando, and I know Jose Armando, and he wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't true. So, but I personally just don't believe that this is gonna be happening, at least this summer. Maybe Benja could be getting a move at some point, but this summer, I highly doubt it. The second thing I want to go over is this just nice little video of like Messi waving to people in San Jose. I thought this was a nice thing. People spend millions of fucking dollars to see this guy. I think the least he could do is wave from his apartment. By the way, this is the apartment. Can we talk about this apartment? This is the apartment that's holding the best player of all time. I mean, like, not to shit on the apartment, but this just looks like the lowest quality hotel like possible. Like, it's open. People are just like walking. Like, it's not a big hotel at all. I just feel like they would have. I would have thought that Inter Miami would have stayed at a nicer 5-star fucking resort or something. Well, you know what I mean? Like, obviously not exactly 5-star, but like, I feel like this is like an ugly hotel. Is that just me? Is this like a known hotel? What? I can't zoom in on it. Like, I can't zoom in on the name. I think it says it down here. It's like BW. I don't know if you guys know what that is. This guy looks like, I'm just saying, it looks tiny. So I'm like, I saw it at first glance and I'm like, what the hell? Like, how are they staying here? Who's this? This guy's like, why are all these people outside my hotel room right now? I just thought that was funny. Inter Miami will be selling 3 Leagues Cup games. I chose not to buy those tickets because the teams suck now. The boutique hotel might be good. What's up, Gasar? I got 2 seats with food and drink section, 130. Oh, that's nearby my section. For $400. Damn. For all 3 or just for 1 game? Bad results equals bad hotel. Bad results equals bad hotel. Mascherano sleeping near. What the hell? That's so funny, yo. Yeah, hotel looks low, bro. For 400 for all 3. I guess that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's actually really, really good for 3 games, 2 seats. Are we rating Messi hotel choices now? I just had to point it out because I saw the video earlier today and I'm like, yo, that looks like a shitty. This is probably a really high-end hotel, but this looks like really shitty for a whole team to stay in. But I'm just saying, I just wanted to point it out. But anyway, we won't spend too much time on that. What was the third thing? Okay, yeah, let's talk. Okay, before we get to the Mascherano thing, I thought this was funny. I wanted to point this out. So just note how these guys are shooting. This is Telasco Segovia that's shooting right now, right? Just know how this guy's shooting. No. Okay, ready? Telasco, golazo, right? Benja, I think, or golazo. That's, I think, Redondo. That could have been better. No, that's Benja. I don't know who that was. Was Jordi? Yeah, so why can't they hit like that in the game? Like, why can't they hit it like that in the game? You saw the bangers. You just saw they were bangers, right? You saw the bangers? Boom, top corner. I mean, to be fair, he could have got that. I know the thing is lower and whatever, right? Like the crossbar's lower. It's just a training goal. But like, come on. We gotta be banging these. We gotta be banging these in the actual game. If you can do it in practice, you can do it in the actual game. Results so bad that we're talking about the hotel. That's what I'm saying, bro. Ask for more long distance attacks. No, but it's like, dude, they don't take these shots. Like, why are you practicing shooting from outside the box if you're not gonna shoot from outside the box? None of these guys shoot from outside the box. So if you're training, if you're practicing shooting from outside the box, then fucking do it in real life. Like, I'm just do it in real life. Anyways, this is the last clip we'll look at before we actually get into the game. You guys probably saw this, but it's good that we mentioned it. This clip came out yesterday. It's Mascherano was asked about his run and how are they feeling, and he essentially, I'm just gonna let you listen to it, but Mascherano actually thinks that we're doing well. It's either that or he just doesn't want to admit it to the media, but this is what he says.
De puta madre. De puta madre estamos. De puta madre. Estamos muy bien. Estamos muy bien. De eso se trata el fútbol. De puta madre.
So yeah, I don't understand why the question is being asked over the phone. That's one thing I never got. But Mascherano was asked about the poor run and, you know, just how is he feeling? How's the team feeling? And Mascherano literally says, "Oh, we feel fucking great. We feel amazing. We are fantastic. We're good. We feel good." I'm like, how do you feel good? Like, what? How? Like, how do you really feel? Tell me how you really feel. Because there's no way you feel good after losing 4-1. Yes, it was a good Minnesota. Like, Minnesota are good this year, somewhat. They're probably one of the better teams in the MLS if I look back at the standings now where they're at now. Minnesota are one of the better teams in the MLS this year, which is something that we don't say ever. Like, Minnesota are not are not a known team to do well, which is something we're also going to get into in a second. But I think that they're trying to set up a coach because they secretly despise him. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe I don't want to speculate too much, but maybe it's like they're trying to get Mascherano to say that they're playing bad, right? Um, they're trying really hard to get Mascherano to be like, oh, the team's playing really bad. Um, here, here, let me look something up. So I mean, like, and so then at that point, it'll make Mascherano look bad. It'll make Inter Miami look bad. Um, it'll make the Moss brothers look bad, and then it low key would kind of force them to look for another manager. But I don't know why the media would do that personally. Like I just think like that wouldn't really make any sense. But um, that's just me. Either gonna run towards Messi if we get a W tomorrow night, or I'm running up on Mascherano. I saw this. He looks so cooked. Pure passive aggressive reflection. He's clearly not doing great. Yeah. So yeah, after losing 4-1 to Minnesota, it's not. You're obviously not going to be doing well, and I just don't think he's ever going to admit that. Though he did admit once. I don't know if you guys remember that. Remember, he did admit one time that he failed tactically. I think it was in that loss against Dallas. Like he said that he made tactical mistakes and that essentially that's why we lost, which is so true. He took full responsibility for that. But honestly, all of these losses are kind of his responsibility at this point. But that's just me. Speaking of Minnesota, and I posted this um or what not, they're not trying to force him to say something, they just want to fire him because they can't say it publicly. I read a post on X that listed his failures despite having stars like Almada and Garaboni. Actually shocking, inexplicable. He was hired. That's what you get for being best friends with Messi, am I right? I mean, if you're best friends with Messi, you get whatever you want, so it must be nice. um Issue seems similar to now. No attacking threat, players acting like cones. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's literally what the problem is. We're not a threat at all offensively. We can have 75% of the possession and just do nothing with the ball. Um, but before we get more into criticizing Inter Miami and shit talking on them, I do want to comment on this because I already posted this on, I think I posted this on Twitter and on the YouTube community tab, but it's about this what Minnesota posted on their social media a couple of days ago, or this was I think right after the game. They said "Pink Phony Club" like after the name of the song, um, which, and then they had another one which I couldn't find. It was like them with the tifo. It said like history over money or something, or heritage or history over, I don't fucking know. Like it was like some dumb shit, and I'm trying to find. Hold on. It said like history over something. Tifo Inter Miami. It should pop up, but I here it said this: history over hype, culture over cash. Um, they're just taking shots at Miami. From I thought it me for I think personally from a journalistic standpoint, like studying journalism in school, like if you were to post this on a social media account, um, like willingly, like if that makes sense, I just don't think it's a good look. I just personally don't think it's a good look on a professional like sports account. If you're a fan and you do this, that's fine. Like I personally, um, like it doesn't fucking matter. Like if I were to shit talk on Minnesota and shit on their team, me personally, it doesn't fucking matter because I'm a random dude. But like if I was the social media manager of Inter Miami and I was shit talking Minnesota, I would I wouldn't doubt that I'd get fired. But I don't know. I people just say, or people just think it's like kind of banter, and I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more than banter. Like I think. Oh, and David Beckham responded, show a little bit of respect, beat Elegant and trying to, which shows that this really bothered David Beckham, and this is really bothering the people at Inter Miami. Um, like it worked essentially. Like it got under their skin. Their post worked, and it pissed them off, which it should because fucking as much as this post, in my opinion, I don't think is ethically correct from a professional standpoint. Like I don't care what the fans do. Like if you're a fan and you do like I said, if the fans are holding up this tifo just for the like that's fine. I don't give a fuck. But if the social media team is taking a picture of it, they're posted on their platform, and then I don't think that's a good idea. But at the end of the day, the Inter Miami fucking deserve this shit because we suck. Like we've sucked for like the last month, and we are not playing to the standard or to the expectation that we're supposed to be holding ourselves like accountable for. Um, but I think the one negative thing or the one thing that didn't make any sense with this tifo is I think Minnesota have been around for like a while. I have no idea. I'm gonna be not even like they've been around for like a couple years. I feel like, and they never won anything. Like Minnesota United, I'm gonna fact check it. But when I looked at it earlier today, Minnesota are like, oh, history over whatever the fuck hype, history over hype, and I'm like, what did you win? Like, what exactly are you talking about? So I don't know what I just don't know like what they meant by history over hype because they literally have no history. I think they're like not even 10 years old and they haven't won anything. Like I'm literally trying to look. I'm looking this up on fucking Wikipedia. Like Minnesota United, they began to play in 2017. That is the earliest season that they have in the MLS. But they had a team in the NASL, but I don't give a fuck about the NASL. Ready honors. This is what they've won. This is literally what they've won since the beginning of their history. In 2017, they finished in 19th overall, ninth in the conference. They did not qualify for playoffs. 2018, 10th in the conference, did not qualify for playoffs. Fourth in 2019, very, very big step. They got round one of the playoffs. Fourth again in 2020, but that doesn't count because it was fucking 2020. They reached the semifinals. It doesn't fucking count because it was 2020. 2021, fifth, round one of the playoffs. 2022, sixth, round one of the playoffs. 2023, 11th, did not qualify. 2024, sixth, quarterfinals, which is pretty big for them. From this record, quarterfinals was their best thing. Like I'm not counting the semifinals bullshit because they did like a tournament. 2024, 10th quarterfinals. 2025, now they're seventh place. Or they were seventh place. Now I think they're in fucking like fourth or something. I forget. But they literally have no history. Like they have not won shit. Oh, their honor. They were the runners up of the US Open Cup in 2019. That is the most honor that they've had in their 10-year history. So they're coming at us like talking all this shit, making the tifo, putting shit on Twitter, putting shit on Instagram. And I'm like, bro, you guys suck. You beat us one time and you guys are shit. You guys are a shit club. You guys play shit football. And the one season that you're playing well, you're talking shit. Get the fuck out of my face. So I'm like, you know what? I saw something that they posted something about 49. I had no idea what that was about. I did not know what was 49 years. I saw that too. I saw that same post, but I'm like, what are you talking about 49 years? What existed in 49 years? Never got it. Never understood it. So, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Miami a running joke. Beckham just don't work, giving them more attention. They're not wrong, like it's low. But Miami's 5 years old. I mean, yeah, I mean like Beckham kind of did himself not dirty, but like he kind of exposed himself and honestly the brand, the Inter Miami like as a club, because it showed that it bothered them. Like, it showed, like, that comment that he put under the Minnesota thing showed that it bothered him. It bothered essentially Miami, and they're butthurt, and in Miami are butthurt. Which, if you're just, I don't know, Gressel type, it's cynical too. Um, we should kindly withdraw ourselves from the Club World Cup. Ah, man, I can't wait to talk about that, to be honest. I'm like really excited to talk about Club World Cup when that comes around in a couple. Actually, I think I could announce this. I don't know if I think I can announce this now because it's essentially confirmed, but I don't know if you guys give a fuck. But I'm officially gonna be volunteering for FIFA at the Club World Cup. So I'm gonna be helping out with the tournament here in Miami. I'm gonna be at all 8 games that are here. Uh, that includes Inter Miami. That includes some other big teams as well. I honestly can't remember the games off the top of my head, but I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know. Maybe if I can make some content out of that and show you guys like what it's like on the inside, then I'm gonna do my best. But I know they have a very. Went over like a briefing, and they're like very strict on having your phone out at all, like while you're working, unless you're on your break. So I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe if I can get anything, even if it's like a TikTok or something, or like a short or something, that's just something that you can see, just see what the behind the scenes kind of things are. Yeah, no, I'll see. I'll try to show you guys, but Minnesota can do whatever they want. Our job is to prove them wrong. All the other teams in the MLS are going to be treating us this way. Every single club or every single franchise in this league hates us because they don't have Messi, and they're jealous that that we have Messi and they don't, and that we get all the attention and they don't. We get all the money, they don't, unless it's like ticket sales for the one time that Inter Miami come to their stadium. But uh, like but no, you're right. Like it's our job as a team, as the best MLS roster probably put together in history, or one of the best. It's our job to, instead of commenting on Minnesota's post asking for respect, just fucking win games. Just keep fucking winning games. I like we that was our second loss in the MLS. I think that was our first loss away in a while. Like I think like we haven't lost a game away in quite a while. So I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but at the same time, it is because we're in a bad run of form. Mascherano is getting so much hate right now. Nobody wants him at the job anymore, and like we're only like 2 months in. Um, and it's kind of like, and the pressure's on. Essentially, the pressure is literally on. We've talked about this in multiple streams and multiple videos, that if you're gonna take this job, like you fully are well aware of the job or the pressure that you're under when you take this position at Inter Miami, when you coach Messi, when you have Suarez, when you have Jordi, when you have Busi, when you have superstars like that, you have all the pressure in the world, and you are expected to win everything or anything at all, like essentially everything possible. And the fact that we crashed out a World Cup in the manner that we did, the fact that we gave up in literal quotes, like that's what Mascherano has said after the first 5 minutes of the second half. The fact that we gave up in the second half against Vancouver is embarrassing. And the fact that we just got dismantled by Minnesota 4-1 is also very embarrassing. And now that we have this game against San Jose tomorrow, who are low key mid, like they're mid as fuck. They're having like a very inconsistent season. Like they've lost games that they should have lost, they've lost. The games that they should have won, they won. So like they've played like pretty hard teams. They play like LA. I think they tied to LA. They played like Philly, shit like that. So it's like tomorrow, in theory, it should be easy. Like we should be fine tomorrow, but at the same time, we have been in such bad form that literally anything can go away. Right now, Minnesota. Right now, Vancouver currently. What the fuck am I saying? Right now, San Jose currently sit in 7th place. They currently sit in 7th place. They are sick. What the fuck? How do I pull up their fucking record? There we go. They are currently 5-1-6. I think this one tie was against LA, but they lost 3 consecutive against LAFC. They lost to Sporting Kansas City 3-5, which is a pretty big game. They lost to the Columbus Crew, which makes sense. They beat Portland Timbers. Oh, honestly, that's a pretty big win for them. So that's a pretty big win for them. And then they beat Colorado, who I don't think are doing well. I don't. Yeah, I mean they're doing whatever. So in theory, we should be winning tomorrow, but that all depends on how we line up. I mean, like we've rested players like who Maxi Falcon. We've rested players like Maxi Falcon. We've rested players like who else? We rested I guess technically fucking Ian Frey if Mascherano decides to give him playing time. We rested Aviles, I guess in theory. We rested maybe who else did we rest? I mean, like that's essentially it. I mean, like Delio Ashinde came off the bench, but he came off the bench in like at the second half, like at the beginning of the second half, he played. So he essentially played a full 45 minutes. We have Alo Bando. I think Fafa's gonna be actually no. I have the report on me. Where is it? Let me show you guys the status report. This is the MLS player status report for this week. Inter Miami. So Drake Calendar still out. Oh, he's gonna be probably out for the rest of the season. We have David Ruiz still out. Fafa Pico is out. Baltasar is not listed here. Baltasar is not listed here, as well as Obando. So they're both off the, I guess, the injury list. Um, so that's a good sign for us. That just essentially means that we're probably going to be seeing him tomorrow. If Chelo starts tomorrow, I know we're cooked. Just know that we're cooked. Suarez missing 2 games is suspicious. He is currently supposedly reportedly at a wedding right now. Like he's at his brother's wedding in Spain. So I think he'll be missing for the week. He'll probably be back by the Sunday game, but I'm not sure. Um, Apparently Suarez told Mascherano that like a while back that he was going to be missing this week, so we'll see. Obando will be a test. Messi may be on the bench. I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. But I mean, fucking hey, anything's possible. Am I right? We could lose tomorrow easy too. Like few players on Messi and nobody on attack. If I see Chelo, it would be the last game I'll be watching this season. Yikes. A tie would not be good result. Only make the fans more heated. So, in theory, a tie in any away match is a pretty good result because playing away from home in the MLS and probably any league is very, very difficult, but especially with MLS because of the travel. But I think we're past that. I think at least for this game we're past the tie. Like if we tie and it's like a bad tie, like you know what I'm saying? Like how do I say this? Losing is always bad. Tying is not ideal, right? But at the end of the day, I think it's not in the matter of oh we lost or oh we tied, especially for like I said regular season because at the end of the day, regular season is not really it's not something to really stress about, but it's the manner of how we're losing or tying games. So like the manner that we lost Minnesota, that was bad. The manner that we lost against Dallas 4-3 after we were winning 3-1, that was bad. Losing against Vancouver in the CCC, that was really bad. So it's just the manner of how we lose. Like if we are playing hard, if we're putting opportunities past, or like if we're getting shots on target, if we're contesting the goalkeeper, and we're just getting really really unlucky, then yeah, I'll be frustrated, but I'll be like, okay, like this has been a better game offensively because we're actually being somewhat threatening towards the defense, to the opposing defense. But if we have 75% possession and we have 5 shots all game and not a single one is on target and we're barely getting through the defensive third and we're putting no runs in, Messi's getting um surrounded by 4 players, 3 players, nobody's making runs or trying to create space for Messi to get passes in behind. If it's that situation all over again, then it's a bad loss. um if Lujan starts to go home, Fafa's out. Mascherano won't outsmart Bruce Arena. We're done. Bruce Arena's licking his lips right now. He was upset we were handed the Club World Cup spot. I mean, yeah, everybody's upset that we were fucking handed that spot. A tie is not a problem, but see how we tie is key. Exactly, Miami King. Exactly. You see a possibility that Mascherano sucked if Miami lose? You see possibility Mascherano sacked. I'm assuming you meant sacked if Miami lose tomorrow. No, no. In my genuine opinion, Mascherano's not going to get sacked at all this year, unless maybe possibly we have a terrible crash. Like if we have a terrible Club World Cup run, and I mean terrible Club World Cup run, not losing. Like we were embarrassed at the Club World Cup, and then if we crash out of the Leagues Cup, and then maybe by like I forget when Leagues Cup is over. I don't know if it's like August or something, but let's just say by September, and we're not in a fucking. No, actually, at that point, it's too late. No, I take it back. I was gonna say like, oh, maybe if we're like not in a playoff spot by like August or something, but at that point, it's too late. Like, it's like, why even bring in another manager? Like, who are you gonna get? Who are you gonna bring in August or even in July? All the top managers are going to be going to top teams, obviously. All the managers who are on freeze are probably going to be coaching other European teams. They're not going to be coming to MLS for experience. Like, that is probably the last thing they're going to do. It's, I don't know, man. Like, it's just not going to look good. It's not going to feel good. It'll probably feel good to a lot of fans in the short term, but in the long term, it's like you're not going to have a good replacement, and our assistant coaches are not going to do a good job. And I think if anything, if I think genuinely, if Mascherano gets sacked halfway through the season, we're probably not even going to make it to the playoffs. And that's just facts. I personally think, like, I genuinely believe that. Because like how is our whole team, how is a team with Messi, Suarez, Boosie and Jordy gonna listen to assistant coaches? Like they're like, nah, bro, we're the coaches now, and they're just gonna start fucking coaching the team. They're not gonna listen to assistant coaches. Um, so I don't know. So no, I don't think tomorrow's not gonna decide anything. Tomorrow's not gonna be like a Mascherano out kind of game. It's not that at all. I think the Orlando game. I think that's back here at home. I think the Orlando game is a different story, but we'll get to that in the Orlando preview. We're playing on Sunday, so we have plenty of rest between Wednesday and Sunday, but we'll talk about it more in the preview and probably in the post game reaction, depending on how that goes. But that game against Orlando that we have coming up on Sunday, that's going to be a big deal. That's a huge deal. If the opponent score first and Mascherano makes changes to get the tie towards the end, at least is a good result. I agree. I agree. If we're losing 1-0 and then Mascherano is actually trying to get a tie, and then we end up tying, sure. I'm like, all right, at least you try to like get a result. I think though, if we're losing and then we try to get the tie and then we end up getting a tie and there's still like maybe 15, 20 minutes left, and then we just go defensive, then I think Mascherano is stupid. I'm like, why are you playing defensive football with 20 minutes left? I mean, like, it could work. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Let me think. I got to start thinking before I talk because honestly, we're away from home. I don't know if San Jose is going to be that aggressive. I don't know. It's situational. It's definitely situational. Sacking Mascherano midseason would make Messi look bad. There's no way Mas Brothers will do that. I feel like the only way Mascherano gets sacked is if Messi wants him to get sacked. If Messi says we need to sack Mascherano, then it'll happen. but it would only happen if they have somebody else lined up. Like if they have somebody else lined up, like fucking Shabby, which I thought was gonna get the job for some reason, originally, then it'll probably happen. The front office should start to fund a new coach now, right now. I think he has until the end of CWC to make a difference. He was a last minute hire too, anyway. Honestly, we look so bad. I don't know how you still have hope, Matt. This feels worse than early playoff exit. I have hope, Brad, because we're in April, or we're in May now. Fuck, we're in May, so it's still technically early. Like we still have MLS playoffs or MLS Cup to look forward to. And now that we're not in CONCACAF Champions Cup anymore, I'm taking Leagues Cup a lot more seriously now. If we would have if we would have won CCC and then like lost in Leagues Cup, I wouldn't care. If we made it to the final and lost and it was a good final and then maybe we did like a good run in Leagues Cup and I would have been like, yeah, that sucks, but like okay, whatever. I mean like I'd be upset but like not like sack Mascherano, right? Um but now that we crashed out of the CCC and then if we clash out of Leagues Cup now, that's gonna be bad. So I still have hope for Leagues Cup. I still have hope for not Club World Cup. I still have hope for MLS Cup because we still have plenty of football to play. CWC, I'm not judging it. I'm only judging how we actually approach this tournament because we're playing the likes of Palmeiras and Porto, and then we have like this Saudi team or whatever team they're from, or like I don't know where they're from, but like it's some like Middle Eastern team. So it's gonna be hard. We're probably gonna get really embarrassed. I just hope we don't. I just hope we don't get embarrassed. If we lose, I just don't want to get embarrassed. Like if we lose, we lose. I just don't want to get embarrassed in CWC. But saludo de Chile. What's up, man? What's up, Michael? Welcome in. I just think that Mascherano CWC we lose 3-0, 4-0 each game. Yeah, I mean like and I wouldn't be surprised, right? But I just hope that it doesn't happen. But if it happens, like it's coming because it's fucking Porto and Palmeiras. Like they're fucking big teams. They're really good teams. But anyway, where are we at with time wise? We are 37 minutes in. Okay. All right, 37 minutes in. We can talk about. Well, what did I think I mentioned everything for like pregame. Okay, so now let's talk about how Mascherano should approach this game. So let's do that. We need fucking wingers, dude. We need wingers and we need a striker. Like, can we talk about? We need to talk about this again. Like, can we all acknowledge that there was no number 9 against Minnesota? We didn't have a number 9, and Mascherano didn't think like it was a problem. At least that's what he said in his interview, like in the post game. I think somebody asked him like, "Do you think like you guys struggled because you didn't have a number 9?" And he was like, "No, not really." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, yes, like that's one of the reasons why you failed to be any offensive threat. Besides the fact that Messi was fucking gangbanged all game, and we couldn't get any short like we couldn't find space at all because they were so like Minnesota were so congested. Like I'm tired, genuinely speaking, guys. I'm so tired of seeing Telasco Segovia and Benja Cremashi on the wing. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I need to see Telasco Segovia playing as a fucking 8. I need to see Telasco Segovia, Yannick Bright as a CDM, and then Busi playing as a deep line playmaker. And that is our midfield 3. And up top, it has to be either Messi. If you're going to have Messi as a false fucking 9, put Tadeo Allende as a fucking inverted forward or inside forward or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Put Fafa Picault as a winger. Or put Messi on the right, put Tadeo Allende as a striker, and put Fafa on the left. Like, now that Baltasar is not on the injury list, maybe we can see him tomorrow. Fucking put him in. Obando's not on the injury list anymore. Put him in. I just don't. We're probably going to see Obando. Like, we're most likely going to at least see Obando because there's no way we go back-to-back games without a 9. There is zero chance. I bet $5 that there's no chance we go back-to-back games without putting a 9 in the starting lineup. Like, I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe it. We need everything that's when Rodriguez is going to play. When is Rodriguez going to play? He's at the club for 3 months and no game time. Yeah, he was injured the whole time. Like he like twisted his ankle on the way down the stairs coming off the jet, and he's just been out. So, but he's off the injury list now. Like in the player availability report, he wasn't listed. So that means he's available. He should be available. But the problem is with that. I don't think he traveled with the team. So we're probably not even going to be seeing Baltasar tomorrow. So we might see him on Sunday, but I don't think he traveled with the team. So I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know. Obando, though, for sure, I think we need to be seeing Obando. I think Obando is going to be making an appearance. He has to start. I think Obando will start tomorrow. But I don't know. Let's see. Wookie says, in my prediction, unless Mascherano is sacked, Miami will miss the playoffs. He's useless, and he won't change. His press conferences show that he doesn't get it at all. That's also just a fucking lack of media training and as a coach. Like, he probably had media training as a player, but, like, as a coach, I feel like he just doesn't know how to answer questions. And I think the journalists kind of catch that, and they try to ask him anything for him to, like, slip and say something, but I don't know. Exactly. Kermashi should be on the bench, says Brad. Sub him in when there are no other options left. Benja Kermashi has to be subbed into the game as a center mid, as an attacking center mid. Take him off for fucking Bright or something. Like, if we're losing 2-1 or something. I don't maybe not. I don't know. He needs to play centrally, I think. Maybe it's just Segovia. I don't fucking know. I mean, like, we don't have backup wingers for tomorrow. So I guess Karamashi's kind of our only option. Fafa's not even going to be available tomorrow either because of his migraines. I don't know, dude. Like, it's just shit. It's just a shit, like, situation to be in. SFXS says, am I the only one who doesn't like Ashende? He loses possession too many times. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But I'd rather have Ashende up there than not have a fucking 9. Ashende played striker before. Delasco Segovia is not a striker. You can't play Delasco Segovia with Messi as a false 9. You can't play Benjamin Camanasi on the right with Messi as a false 9 because they're not going to do anything. And it's not their fault. They're just not given proper instruction. They're not put in positions to succeed. If you're putting Messi as a false 9, you need Tadeo Ashende to be an inside forward. Delasco Segovia is not an inside forward. He is a box-to-box. He is you can call him a center mid on attack. You can call him a playmaker. But he's not a forward. He's not a forward. So, is Suarez flying to San Jose? Nah, he's in Spain, like, enjoying, like, getting drunk or some shit, like, at his brother's wedding. There's no way no, I was just kidding about him, like, getting off. I'm just saying, like, because it literally, as soon as he landed, he just got injured. So I'm like, all right, he probably twisted his ankle on the way down the steps of that fucking private jet. So I heard Suarez is not coming. Yeah, Suarez is not going to be there tomorrow. Suarez is partying it up in Spain. I feel like Mascherano is making decisions as if this were the U20 team and not a team in league play. Didn't his assistant coach at least brief him on how MLS works? I don't know, but Mascherano needs to start realizing that this is, or at least Inter Miami needs to start they need to flip a switch, because I understand bad runs of form happen, and I don't want to talk all negative on this team, because at the end of the day, like, shit happens, right? Like, you're in a bad run of form, players are not performing or players are not being consistent, and et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, this is a little bit more than inconsistency of form. This is deeper. Like, this is like the locker room stuff. This is like personal stuff, like between players, between the coach and the players. This is personal stuff. It is confirmed that there are players currently at Inter Miami who severely disagree with the decisions that Javier Mascherano make when it comes to game day. And what does that show? That shows lack of trust. That shows lack of belief, lack of faith. Just a situation where the followers are not following the fucking leader. Like, you don't trust your leader. You don't trust your head coach. Like, that is not good. Or you don't agree with your head coach, which will happen. Like, it's normal for players to disagree with their head coach, but to the point where it's like now it's affecting everybody because nobody's playing good. Except for literally the most consistent players on this team that's not Messi or Boosie is Noah Allen, Yannick Bright, Ian Frey, and I guess Fafa Picault are like the most consistent players on this team that isn't the big four. And that's fact. That has to be fact. Those guys, the local guys, have been the most consistent players on this team, and honestly, arguably the best players on this team. That's outside of the Fantastic Four. That's not Messi or Boosie, honestly, mainly them two. Like, I desperately want a Noah Allen shirt. I desperately want a Yannick Bright shirt, and I desperately want an Ian Frey jersey. I want all three of those jerseys either on my wall or fucking signed by all three of them or be worn. Like, I'm rocking Noah Allen till I die. I'm rocking Yannick Bright until I die. But all I know is if we lose tomorrow, I'm gonna need a podcast to rage rant for like an hour. Trust me, that's gonna be this. That's gonna be us tomorrow. And okay, and also guys, a reminder. I don't know where some of you guys are located in the world, but I'm on East Coast. I'm in Florida, South Florida, East Coast, and so tomorrow the game is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that means the game is not going to be done until like 12:30 ish. So we're still gonna rant, and we're like, if we lose or whatever, like no matter what, we're still gonna rant and come on and go live. I can't yell or like talk in a loud voice because it's gonna be fucking almost 1 a.m, and my parents are gonna be sleeping, and my brothers are gonna be sleeping, and everybody has work tomorrow, and I can't afford to wake them up by yelling and in distress. So we're still gonna do the live though tomorrow at like 12:30 or 1 a.m. or whatever time the game's over. You still think Di Maria will sign for Miami this summer? Probably not. Maybe. You just never know. I feel like we're gonna sign somebody. I just don't know who that person is. It has to be somebody who is willing to take a pay cut if it is a European player. So it's not gonna be Kevin De Bruyne. I think there's been more rumors about for Kevin De Bruyne about going to Napoli, which is honestly pretty cool for him to be fair. But I don't know. Okay, so before we wrap things up, I'll do a final prediction for tomorrow. So Ustari is going to be in net. The back four, I think, will stay the same with Jordi, Noah. I think Maxi's going to start over Flujan. I fucking hope so. And then Ian Frey is going to start over Chelo. I fucking hope so. For the midfield three, I hope, I wish, I pray that it's Velasco Segovia, fucking Bright as a CDM, not a fucking cam, a CDM, and then Boosie playing as a deep lying playmaker. And he can get higher up the field. Or fucking Telasco Segovia. It doesn't even have to be Boosie. Fucking Telasco Segovia can get higher up the field, and then fucking Bright stays back as a fucking CDM, and then Boosie could be alongside Bright. And then the top three I would want Fafa to play, but he fucking can't play. I mean, if it's not Fafa, then it has to be I would want Tadeo Ashinde as a striker. No, I would want Tadeo Ashinde probably on the left, maybe. Obando as a striker, and then Messi on the right. I think that's the lineup I would put out there. I honestly I can't remember if he does well on the left or the right. I think he does better on the right. I genuinely can't remember. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it is what it is. That's what I think the starting 11 is going to be tomorrow. In terms of a scoreline prediction, I don't know. Fucking God. I don't know. I don't want to predict the loss. I really don't want to predict the loss. I think we might bounce back, honestly, because this is such a mid San Jose team, man. Like, this is such a mid team who don't ever do well. I think they were one of the worst teams last year as well. Like, if we play the lineup that I said just now with fucking Ian Frey, with Obando, with Ashinde, if we play that lineup, we're winning 3-1. We're winning 3-1. I genuinely believe that. If we play the lineup I put out there, we're winning 3-1. If Mascherano puts some bullshit lineup out there, we're tying 1-1. We're either tying 1-1 or we're losing 2-1. That's my prediction. I don't know what you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments right now. What do you think is going to be the score for tomorrow? What are you guys predicting for tomorrow? Are we going to win? Are we going to lose? 2-1, 3-1, 2-2, 1-1. Let me know right now before we end the stream. What is this? 1-1 Toronto, 0-0 Chicago, 1-5 Vancouver, 5-4 Dallas. Oh, you're talking about our fucking match history. Seriously, that is not a super team. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Chelo and Lujan remind me of the sloth in Zootopia. Hold the elevator. Yeah, no, it's that's funny as hell. That was funny. You can insist on your system if you're coaching a national team, but you don't get to train with every. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, he should know that. If I finally getting rated by Mascherano and he has my no for real. Like, I thought that was not random, but I'm like, damn, like, what did he do that he's suffering from migraines? Like, did he go to the fucking club? Was it the travel to Minnesota? Like, I just thought that was very like I thought that's just like that sucks. It's poor timing that you get a migraine when you're traveling with the team. So, but I mean, hey, Messi and Segovia, we don't need any striker. Fuck that. No way. We need a striker. He must have faked the migraine when he saw his coach best 11. Now, is there any need for Suarez? He can score and I have speed. 2-1 in Miami says Circus Fun. 3-1 says Nolan Jensen. Yeah, so Nolan, I really hope you have an amazing time tomorrow. Let us know how it goes. Either after the game. I don't know if you'll be able to tune in live because like you're gonna be over there, like at the stadium. But if you happen to jump in, let us know. Like let us know how the atmosphere is, the environment, how close you are to Messi, shit like that. If you have like videos, feel free to DM me on Twitter or whatever if you want. If you don't, you don't have to. There's literally no pressure. But like videos of the game, not of like you. Like you don't have to show yourself if you don't want to. But like videos of the game. Or like if you see fucking Messi like throwing a water bottle or something, or if you see like somebody pushing Messi or something, like we would love to have that. I think what is killing this team is playing defensively while having Messi on the pitch, not protecting but manifesting. Haha, Inter Miami 3-2 because of Joseph and Chico are there too. I think Joseph might be injured. I don't know if he'll be available tomorrow, but we'll find out. But yeah, so Nolan thinks 3-1 Miami. Circus Fun thinks it's 2-1. Natalia thinks it's 3-2. Cello assist goal and own goal. It's fucking crazy, Circus. All right, but yeah, no, I think we can win with the team that I predicted. I think we can win 3-1. If Mascherano puts some fucking bogus ass team, then I think we're gonna either tie 1-1 or lose 2-1. So I don't know. SFXS also thinks that we're gonna tie 1-1. So we'll see how it goes. We're hoping for the best. We're predicting the worst. And yeah, whatever it's gonna be, whatever the result is tomorrow, we're gonna be live here after the game around 12:30, 12:45. Just as soon as the game's over, I'm gonna turn on my camera, turn on the live, and we're gonna talk about it. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Just another reminder, I am doing a giveaway for 2 Inter Miami tickets at the end of the month. Make sure you check out the main page of this channel if you want to enter that. It's completely free. There's no um, like catch. There's no catch to it. Simply, it's free. Just follow the directions in the video that's on the front of the main page of this channel if you want to go see Messi live in person. But thank you guys again for watching. Hit the like if you have enjoyed. If subscribe if you are new to the SoFlo Soccer channel. We do content like this all the time. We also do we also talk about regular football in short form if you're interested in that as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's hopefully we can get a win because I really don't want to sack my shit down and get stuck with some random ass manager or no manager. So we'll see what happens. Ciao guys. Ball Miami.